One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets a block. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So South Carolina's offense will take the field first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
The Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stein. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Now from inside the red zone. It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
A first down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing. Next, going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Allen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 40. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Using his legs, it's Baxter. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Handoff from the shotgun. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first here as they go back to work. Rides the back on the option to give. Breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Hand off from the gun. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The kick is on its way. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line. They slam the brakes on him. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Lost to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. He leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Worthy. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Pulls it in. It's Stewart. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Got a man in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Gamecocks are on the move. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Baxter. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
For wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want to win.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. On the option. Now the pitch. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Right on the money. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. He'll set up to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Howell. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive.
Sneaks into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ivory. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
To the air. It's Carr. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Baxter. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking for a crease. It's Howell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And the The defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And the returner will be brought down. Final play of the quarter coming. To the ground with the back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We reach the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to...
Turning it on! Quick step and go! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up with the 26 for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ball State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Muncie for some time. They're up 14 over UMass. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Got it in the middle. It's Cole. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle, and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
They booted away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the catch down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Got his man. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Cole. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Trailing and getting deep in the game. They'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the single back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Grab behind the line. It's Stein. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Cole. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. 3rd down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw.
He lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down and overtime, so now their defense comes onto the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. 3rd down, and they want to make sure their kicker has a chance to win it in overtime. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it!